My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Thank you for being on my YouTube channel. I've worked at IRS over a decade. I've worked about 10,000 cases. My YouTubes are short, sweet, and to the point. Today I want to talk to you about what happens if you have tax debt over $50,000. How is IRS going to work your case? I've worked many hundreds and thousands of cases at the Internal Revenue Service, being the graded revenue officer that I was, all over $50,000. So actually up to millions of dollars. So you're speaking to a person who's kind of letting you know what IRS does kind of behind the scene. The first thing that you know, your whole case is going to hinge on your current financial statement. If the case is in the service center, that means you have a 1-800 number to call. They're going to require a form 433F. If your dollar amount is under maybe 50, 100,000, or over, I'm sorry, over 100,000, it's going to come down to a revenue officer. They both work the cases different. The service center has kind of a strict set of standards that they use. The revenue officer is going to do a lot more digging. So if you get a knock on the door, or if you letter and on the bottom it says revenue officer, that means your case has been transferred to the local office. So at ACS, or the service center, you need to familiarize yourself with the IRS national standards. They're going to look at your financial statement, and they're going to look pretty much at your assets. They want to see what your liquidation values are. Do you have IRS savings accounts? They're also going to look at your income and say, hey, maybe you're living on just too high of money, too high a lifestyle. So what IRS, in fact, is going to do is they're going to introduce you to these national standards. I have a YouTube on national standards you may want to go ahead and look at. If the case goes to the revenue officer, they're going to do a much more thorough investigation. They have a lot more investigative tools they use. They can use LexisNexis. They have search engines that they use. They will Google you. They can just do all kinds of things. They will pull up your tax returns. They will look at your income and wages for the last 6 years and pretty much make a determination on the collectability of your case, again, based on a much more thorough financial statement, which is the 433F. For those who owe small dollars amount, you can just kind of work those cases yourself. But if you have high dollar amount, you really need to turn to a professional, only because these national standards are just killers. Just so you know, I'm going to just briefly mention the national standards to you. So in every county in the United States, the Department of Labor has set up standards in which they allow you to live on dollar amounts that they say, this is what you should be spending because these are the averages. Most people have their own income and budget set on based on what they think their needs are. When you look at the IRS standards, that's where your problem comes in. You're going to say, oh my God, their standards are so low and I'm spending more money, and that's the issue you're going to have. And when you do that, you have to really be ahead of the game. Make sure all your tax returns are filed, okay? And then make sure you're current in the year you're in. So as a revenue officer, first thing I want to know is that you're in full compliance. The problem has stopped. Then I'm going to go back, look at your financial statement, and then I'm going to put you in one of three funnels. I'll either put you in a hardship, a payment agreement, or you may be eligible for an offer and compromise. Thank you for listening today.